is my build of the Indy Mogul video light. I did a couple things differently than Griffin did. If you haven't seen Griffin's video, I suggest you do. He's got some very good information there, especially when it comes to how light is measured in a CFL bulb. First thing I'd like to show you is what I did to the inside of the fixture. This is a tub just like Griffin's, but instead of leaving it plain, what I did is I used aluminum tape to line the inside. This isn't silver colored tape, this is actually made out of aluminum. It's a special kind of duct tape used for hot ducts, like the exhaust from a dryer or a water heater. It's opaque, it's going to reflect the light. The second thing that I did differently, which you can already see, is rather than using a single light socket and splitting it, I used double light sockets. The single light sockets that Griffin used were about $3, $4 each, and then he used a Y splitter, which was between $1.69 and $2.79 depending on where you bought it. This right here cost me $2.57 off Amazon plus shipping. I've only got 6 of them in here. I probably could have fit more in, but I couldn't have done it with a 4-gang box. I would have had to have gone to a 5-gang box. Now, as long as I'm turning it over and talking about boxes, let me explain that. This is a plain electrical box that you can buy at any home center. The reason it's called a 4-gang box is it's got room for 4 devices. In this case, I've got 4 switches. And I'll explain why I did that in just a second. 5-gang box, I would have had to have gone to an electrical specialty store, and I didn't feel like doing that. This is going to still give me 600 watts worth of light for the cost of 120 watts, somewhere around that area. The other thing that I did is, Griffin's idea of using the flagpole mount was pretty good, but you can only mount your light on a pole that way. You can't hang it. What I did is I made this hoop. This is a tensioner for a chain link fence, and I mounted it on the side with bolts and wing nuts. So now I can hang my light, or I can still put it on a stand, or I can even put it on sideways. Now, about these 4 light switches. Griffin's design is actually pretty flexible. If you wanted to have less light, well, you know you can't dim a CFL, but he could start unscrewing those splitters and putting single lights in here. Rather than doing that, I have a master light that turns the whole fixture on and off, and then I can turn the individual fixtures on. The last feature I want to show you is the cord. I bought a 25-foot cord, I bought a 50-foot cord and I cut it in 2 to make 2 25-foot cords, and this is part of it. So I'm plugging it in. Here's my master switch. Nothing happened. It's because the individual lights aren't on. Light 1, light 2, light 3, and I can turn them all off. Let's do it this way. Light 1, light 2, light 3, and my master. So this gives me the flexibility of being able to show more light or less light as I need it. Griffin's design is very, very flexible. I built this light. This is a pan for drywall compound, and this is a 2-gang box using the exact same procedures, and once again the double light fixture. I can use this as a fill light or a light under something. So there you go, that's my build. I'd like to thank Indy Mogul and Griffin for giving me the idea for this and for doing all the hard work and research and figuring it out for me. All I had to do is basically copy what they did, and that made my life a lot easier. Thank you and have a good night.